As the snow fell softly on the ground, a shadow crept through the streets, leaving a trail of fear in its wake. It was the eve of Christmas, and the jolly old man in the red suit was on the prowl, seeking out the naughty children who had misbehaved throughout the year. But this was not the kind and generous Santa Claus that the world knew and loved. This was a dark and twisted version of the beloved figure, with a heart as cold as ice and a mind consumed by evil. As Santa made his way from house to house, he left behind a trail of terror, unleashing his monstrous creations on the unsuspecting children who lay sleeping in their beds. These were the children who had been lured to his workshop with promises of extra presents and sweets, only to be trapped there and forced to work as slave labor, crafting toys for the good children. But that was not the only source of Santa's monstrous creations. He had also struck a deal with the denizens of hell, trading the souls of the naughty children for a host of terrifying creatures from the underworld. And as these creatures emerged from the shadows, the children screamed in terror, for they had never seen such horrors before. There were beasts with the bodies of lions and the heads of snakes, and others with the wings of bats and the claws of dragons. There were writhing masses of tentacles and wriggling maggots, and things that were neither alive nor dead, but something far worse. And as the creatures attacked and devoured the misbehaving children, Santa watched with glee, reveling in the fear and pain that he was causing. He cackled wickedly as the children begged for mercy, and he taunted them with promises of an eternity of torture and suffering in the fiery pits of hell. By the time the sun rose on Christmas morning, the streets were eerily quiet, and there was no sign of the horrors that had taken place the night before. The good children woke up to find their stockings stuffed full of presents, and they thanked Santa for his generosity. But little did they know, the true cost of their gifts was the lives of their fellow children, sacrificed to the dark and malevolent Santa Claus and the creatures of hell. And as the years passed, the legend of Santa lived on, with people all over the world celebrating his supposed kindness and generosity. But deep down, they all knew the truth, that on Christmas Eve, Santa would strike again, bringing death and destruction to all who had been bad. And there was no escape from his wrath, for Santa was the master of all, and nothing could stand in his way.